Hi, my name's Justin. In 2013, my wife Sara and I answered a call from our local Christian radio station to sponsor a child in a third world country through Compassion International. We selected a child named Yeliza who lives in a city in northern Guatemala. Little did we know at the time that this decision would change our lives in ways we'd never imagined. That decision and correspondence with Yeliza led us to start researching the country of Guatemala, home to over 15 million people, many living in extreme poverty. In the course of internet searching, I stumbled onto the Smith family. This young couple and their 4-year-old son had moved to Guatemala from Arkansas in late 2014 and are ministering to local children there through education. Sara and I began communicating with the Smiths through email, seeking out what it was like for a missionary couple with a young son to move to this area of the world. The family lives in Santa Cruz La Laguna, one of a number of small villages that surround Lake Atilan, a picturesque volcanic lake in the highlands of Guatemala. Santa Cruz has about 3,000 residents, making it one of the smaller villages on the lake. It's also one of the most remote. Traveling by boat is the only way into this town. The Smiths had intended to move to Guatemala City, but after spending 2 months learning Spanish in Santa Cruz, they saw a real need in this town. The family moved full-time to the village and began a new chapter in their lives.
Well, we had been down on a few short-term trips to an orphanage south of Guatemala City, and then we decided that was something that we would really be interested in doing full-time. We kind of knew what it meant to be a goer. We had learned a lot more about what it meant to be goers overseas and decided it was for us. And since we had connections in Guatemala, we decided to try here first. We actually came to Santa Cruz just to learn Spanish, and then we just kind of stuck here. We just fell in love with this place, and we found several opportunities to serve.
After arriving in Santa Cruz, Nathan was asked to teach English in the local school. English is a third language for people in Santa Cruz. The residents are Mayan and speak a Mayan dialect called Cachiquel, and they learn Spanish early on as a second language. Most children, though, never receive the equivalent of a high school education. It was concern for the kids that Nathan and Laura decided to start the Nexus Institute. The Nexus Institute is an after-school program that teaches expanded English, computers, and the Bible. Currently, the Institute is able to host 10 boys and 10 girls, but the potential to expand is great.
Man, they're just so kind and welcoming, and there's really nothing different between them and me, except that where they were born. And so for me to be able to give them, I guess, a bit of an opportunity to have a leg up in life and maybe build a slightly better life. I know it's not all on me, and I can't change every single child's life, but if I can make a difference in some of their lives, give them a little bit better opportunities, I'd love to.
This is where we enter the picture. Sara and I have really felt a calling to be goers as well. We want to join the Smiths in Guatemala. We want to expand and help grow the Nexus Institute. We envision developing an internship program, building relationships with churches to bring down mission teams, and setting up vacation Bible school camps over the summers. But these things are just the tip of what we see as an enormous iceberg.
We've given each one of them a New Testament Bible that's very similar to the ones they read in the class. So it's a bit of an action, adventure style Bible that has pictures. And so the majority of them that have reported back to us have said they've completely read the New Testament with their brothers and sisters and mom and dad in the home, and they just love it. And so they seem to really be enjoying reading the Bible and learning more about Christ.
So what's next for us? Our goal is to move to Guatemala in August before the start of the new school year. How can you help? Well, we need your prayers. This will be a huge change in the course of our lives, and we ask that you'd pray for a smooth transition for our family. We ask that you'd pray for the people we'll be trying to reach, the people of Santa Cruz, that God would prepare their hearts for our arrival. We also need to raise financial support. We need to raise 100% of our budget before we're able to leave. Would you invest in changing lives in Guatemala by joining our team as a monthly financial supporter? To find out how you can help us, visit nexusmissions.org.